We watched her as a kid on the TV show Good Times. Then we watched her break out as a solo artist, making her name as Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. And now we may be about to watch Janet Jackson, who's about to turn 50, become a mom. Here's ABC's Mara Schiavocampo.
Her new single says it all. Janet Jackson may be expecting her first child with her husband, Qatari billionaire businessman Wissam Al-Mana, according to a report by Entertainment Tonight and other outlets. Just shy of her 50th birthday, the superstar postponed her Unbreakable world tour last month.
Hey, you guys.
Surprising fans with this Twitter post.
And there actually has been a sudden change. I thought it was important that you be the first to know. My husband and I are planning our family. So I'm going to have to delay the tour. Please, if you can try and understand that it's important that I do this now. I have to rest up.
The tour, part of Jackson's long-awaited comeback, releasing new music for the first time since 2010. And winning the Ultimate Icon Award at last year's BET Awards.
My heart is so full.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm very well, thank you. Speak up, sweetheart, speak up.
When it comes to family, Janet has taken a hands-on role in the lives of her brother Michael's children.
And I just wanted to say I love him so much.
Publicly comforting a grief-stricken Paris at her father's 2009 memorial. As for having her own children, the star telling Mail Online after her brother's death, it would be very, very sweet if I did have children, the icing on the cake. But with the Rhythm Nation singer now nearly 50 years old, getting pregnant is challenging.
A spontaneous, natural pregnancy in a 50-year-old woman is almost unheard of. It's not that it never happens, but it's incredibly, incredibly rare. It's either via the use of donor egg or the woman's own egg that she had frozen years before.
Janet wouldn't be the first celebrity to start a family later in life. Halle Berry famously showing off her baby bump at age 46.
Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby.
And Always Be My Baby singer Mariah Carey opened up about her struggles with fertility to our own Barbara Walters.
Did you have fertility treatments to try to get pregnant?
The main thing I did that was tough was to go on progesterone like every month, you have to, and then when I was pregnant, I had to stay with the progesterone for 10 weeks. It minimizes the chance of miscarriage by 50%.
She eventually gave birth to healthy twins Monroe and Moroccan at age 42. And then there's Celine Dion, who openly talked about her miscarriage and the 6 IVF attempts she underwent before getting pregnant.
And for me to share this is about also bonding with other women that are going through the same thing.
But IVF is costly. Each round of IVF, extracting, fertilizing, and implanting an egg, costs an average of about $13,000, not including the medication, which can cost up to $5,000 more, a hefty price tag for most American women.
Unfortunately, in the United States, most of the assisted reproductive technology services like IVF, donor egg, surrogacy are not covered by insurance.
Janet Jackson has yet to comment on the reports that she's pregnant, and if so, whether she may have conceived with a donor egg or by freezing her own eggs. We may never know.
There's really not a lot that I or anyone else really knows. She likes to keep a low profile.
Women who are celebrities becoming pregnant or having babies in their late 40s or even 50, I think the concern with that is that it tends to only provide a glimpse into their situation.
But with more women delaying childbirth, the fertility industry is booming, now worth $4 billion. From egg agencies like the Egg Donor Program in Los Angeles, advertising accomplished donors to hopeful couples.
The premier donors get a little bit higher fee, and it's usually based on higher education, great SAT scores. Invariably, when we put up a really beautiful donor who's also probably smart and has other qualities, we get calls immediately. I call it the feeding frenzy.
No one talks about their eggs. No one talks about their eggs.
And companies like egg banks, egg freezing consultants throwing swanky cocktail parties appealing to career women hoping to extend the biological clock.
I am ecstatic to see so many young women here tonight.
Will you marry me?
Absolutely.
29-year-old Whitney Biscoff says she found the love of her life on ABC's The Bachelor.
And we're gonna make some babies.
But 2 years earlier, the fertility nurse decided to freeze her eggs just in case.
It's a huge sense of relief. I just felt it would be silly for me not to take the opportunity when it was, handed to me.
But bioethicists worry that women aren't hearing enough about the risks of taking drugs to stimulate their ovaries, which is an essential part of the procedure.
I would like to see a lot more clarity about what it really means to undergo ovarian stimulation treatment, because it is a medical intervention and you are putting chemicals into your body. There are risks associated with that.
And if a woman can't carry her child, a surrogate may give hope. 40-year-old Sarah Connell endured 6 rounds of IVF and 2 miscarriages with no luck, as she told my colleague Amy Robach.
There was nothing I could do of myself to make my body do this, to become pregnant the way we wanted. There was depletion, financially depletion, emotionally. It felt really tough.
And the cost of a surrogate would be even more, up to $100,000. But luckily for Sarah, her 61-year-old mother stepped in to help.
How could that possibly happen? No offense, but who would do that? And what doctor would let them do that?
We kept thinking we were going to be stopped anywhere along the way.
9 months pregnant, 38.5 weeks. Amazing.
Becoming a surrogate and giving birth to her own grandson, Finn.
And Mama, how are you doing? Grandmama? Feeling good.
The road to motherhood later in life isn't always easy. For Janet Jackson, millions of fans tonight wondering if she'll be trading anthems like "That's the Way Love Goes" for quiet lullabies someday soon. For Nightline, I'm Mara Esquivel-Campo in New York.